Is Angelina Jolie's daughter getting engaged at 20 before graduating from one of America's top colleges? Zahara-Jolie-Pitt, the 20-year-old adopted daughter of Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt, has sparked engagement rumors after being spotted wearing a diamond ring on her ring finger during a recent date with her boyfriend Elijah Cooper. International media outlets have raised questions about whether the African-born daughter of the Hollywood power couple is secretly engaged. The speculation began after paparazzi captured images of Zahara on the evening of June 9th, local time, revealing a diamond ring adorning her left ring finger while she was out with her boyfriend, actor Elijah Cooper. Currently on summer break, Zahara was seen heading to dinner with Elijah. The Ethiopian-born college student wore a black tank top under a cropped white cardigan, paired with black slacks and simple sandals. She kept a low profile with a baseball cap pulled down to partially cover her face. Elijah, on the other hand, wore a black and white t-shirt and a backwards baseball cap, giving off a laid-back, confident vibe. The two were all smiles during their evening together, exchanging affectionate gestures and appearing very comfortable in each other's presence. According to his Instagram bio, Elijah Cooper is an actor currently studying at Morehouse College, a prestigious historically black men's liberal arts college in the United States. He is also a young entrepreneur and co-founder of a streetwear fashion brand. Notably, he follows Zahara's private Instagram account, hinting at a close relationship between the two. The sight of Zahara wearing a diamond ring has led many to wonder if the couple is engaged. As of now, representatives for Angelina Jolie have not commented on the matter.
Have you ever wondered what would happen if your entire life changed because of one decision made by someone else? That is the story of Zahara-Jolie-Pitt, a girl who was once living in poverty in Ethiopia but was fortunate enough to be adopted by Angelina Jolie. From a malnourished orphan to a student at a prestigious university, Zahara not only transformed her own destiny, but also became a symbol of hope for adopted children around the world. But was life in a celebrity family truly as glamorous as it seemed? And now, at 20 years old, what path has Zahara chosen for herself? Let's dive into her story right now. This child could have faced the same tragic fate as millions of other children in Africa, but fate gave her a chance. 20 years ago, a baby girl from Ethiopia was adopted by Hollywood superstar Angelina Jolie. From an orphanage in Africa, Zahara took her first steps into a completely different world, a luxurious mansion in California, Ethiopia, one of the poorest countries in the world. More than 5 million orphans, many forced to wander the streets, struggling for necessities like food, clean water, and education. 20 years ago, one of them was a 6-month-old baby girl, Zahara. She was taken to an orphanage, her tiny body frail from malnutrition. Without help, she might not have survived. Even if she had, her future would have been uncertain, perhaps growing up in a cramped hut, working tirelessly for a meager wage. But then an unexpected event changed everything. Angelina Jolie, a top Hollywood actress, decided to adopt Zahara in 2005. At the time, she was dating Brad Pitt and already had an adopted son, Maddox, from Cambodia. As a passionate humanitarian, Jolie frequently visited impoverished countries to help children in need. And when she saw Zahara, she felt an immediate and profound connection. Back then, everyone believed Zahara was an orphan. Reports said her mother had passed away after giving birth. Some claimed due to blood loss. Others said it was from AIDS. As for Zahara's father, he was never mentioned. But Zahara was not completely alone. In a small town in Ethiopia, her grandmother, an impoverished woman named Almaz Blfnhe, was raising 3 children in a rundown hut with no electricity, no running water, and no modern conveniences. Almaz tried to care for Zahara during the first 4 months of her life, but with an income of only $9 a month, she knew she couldn't give the baby a better future. Feeling helpless, she placed Zahara in an orphanage, hoping at least the child would have food to eat. And when she heard that Angelina Jolie wanted to adopt her granddaughter, she didn't hesitate. "The only thing I wished for," she said, "was that one day Ms. Jolie might send me a picture of Zahara so I could remember my grandchild's face." This is also the heartbreaking reality in many African countries, where parents are forced to part with their children simply because they cannot afford to raise them. Zahara's new life after being adopted. Zahara returned to the US with Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt. From that moment on, she grew up in luxury, a life unimaginable to anyone in her homeland. But the most important thing wasn't wealth, it was family. Brad Pitt officially became Zahara's adoptive father, and she took the surname Jolie-Pitt. Her adoptive parents adored her, but that didn't mean her life was completely smooth sailing. The pressure of media attention from a young age, Zahara became a media sensation. Paparazzi were always lurking, everything, ready to capture every moment of her life with her famous family. Even worse, at one point, tabloids began spreading rumors that Zahara's biological family wanted her to return to Ethiopia. They exploited her family's struggles to fabricate false stories. And then a shocking truth was revealed. Zahara's birth mother was still alive. Mentwabe Dawit, her biological mother, came forward and shared her story with the media. She revealed that Zahara was not the result of a happy marriage. She had been assaulted, and from that tragic event, Zahara was born. Because of societal stigma, she had chosen to keep the secret. In many parts of the world, especially in Africa, women like her are often blamed, while the perpetrators face no consequences. She gave birth at home, but later realized she couldn't raise her child. However, Mentwabe had never opposed Jolie's adoption of Zahara. "I think she's very lucky to have a mother like Angelina Jolie. I wish them all the best," she shared in 2007. And so, Zahara grew up in a large, loving family. Over the years, Angelina Jolie adopted more children and gave birth to 3 biological ones, creating a family of 6 siblings. But in 2017, when Zahara was 12 years old, her birth mother unexpectedly expressed a desire to reconnect. "Please let me speak to her," she told the media. However, Zahara never maintained contact with her biological mother. She had visited Ethiopia a few times, but primarily to learn about her culture and heritage. One of her most significant trips was in 2019, when she had the opportunity to meet Ethiopia's first female president to discuss the country's history and culture. Angelina Jolie firmly believes that adopted children should know about their roots, but she did not think reconnecting with Zahara's birth mother was in her best interest. Among all of Jolie's children, Zahara has remained the most private. She has never been involved in scandals, always carrying herself with grace and maturity. Zahara is studying at Spelman College, one of the most prestigious institutions for Black women in the U.S. Jolie is incredibly proud of her daughter. "Zahara is from Ethiopia, and I have learned so much from her," she said. While debates over Zahara's adoption still persist, one thing is undeniable. Her life has changed in ways no one could have ever imagined. Zahara Jolie Pitt. From an Ethiopian orphan to a purpose-driven young woman at 20, Zahara Jolie Pitt, the girl adopted by Angelina Jolie from Ethiopia in 2005, has now stepped into adulthood at 20. Her journey, from an orphanage in Africa to life with the Jolie Pitt family, completely transformed her fate. But now that she has grown up, what is Zahara doing? How is her relationship with her adoptive mother, Angelina Jolie, her biological family, and the path she has chosen for her future, life at 20? Who is Zahara today? Currently, Zahara is a student at Spelman College, one of the most prestigious historically Black colleges for women in the U.S. This is a significant step in shaping her identity and independence, proving that she is not just the daughter of a Hollywood star, but a young woman carving her own path in life. Angelina Jolie has expressed immense pride in Zahara and how she embraces her Ethiopian heritage. Over the years, Jolie and Zahara have made several trips to Ethiopia, allowing her to learn about the culture, history, and legacy of her homeland. This highlights that Zahara is more than just a child raised in privilege. She is deeply connected to her roots. Relationship with the Jolie Pitt family. Although Brad Pitt legally adopted Zahara, reports suggest that she has dropped Pitt from her last name, choosing to keep only Jolie. This decision comes amidst the highly publicized divorce between Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt, which involved intense custody battles. Zahara's choice may indicate a stronger bond with her mother than her adoptive father. Aside from her parents, Zahara remains close to her siblings, Maddox, Pax, Shiloh, Knox, and Vivian. The Jolie Pitt family has always been known for its cultural diversity, and Zahara has played a crucial role in fostering awareness about African heritage within the family. Connection with her birth mother in Ethiopia in the past. Zahara's biological mother, Mentwabe Dawit, expressed a desire to reconnect with her daughter. However, there has been no official confirmation of whether Zahara has reached out to her birth family. This reflects the reality that while Zahara has Ethiopian origins, she has grown up in an entirely different environment. Angelina Jolie has always encouraged her adopted children to explore their heritage, but Zahara seems to maintain a level of distance from her biological family. Zahara's future and her role in social advocacy. Currently, Zahara is focusing on her education and personal growth. Attending Spelman College, an institution dedicated to empowering Black women, demonstrates her commitment to connecting with her African American identity. It wouldn't be surprising if she eventually follows in her mother's footsteps, engaging in humanitarian work. Recently, Zahara took a bold step into activism. On March 1, 2025, Zahara was the keynote speaker at the Women in Training Inc. Mother-Daughter Brunch in Montgomery, Alabama. This event aimed to raise awareness about period poverty, a critical issue issue affecting women and girls who lack access to menstrual products, education, and proper sanitation. Zahara, who joined Spelman's Alpha Kappa Alpha, aka sorority, in November 2023, used her platform to advocate for this cause. Adila Bennett, CEO of Women in Training Inc., expressed her excitement about Zahara's participation. "We are truly honored that Zahara Jolie Pitt will speak at our 4th annual Mother-Daughter Brunch about her passion for ending period poverty, our core mission at Women in Training." She added, "We are also thrilled that her mother, world-renowned actress Angelina Jolie, will be here to support her daughter and stand by our cause to ensure every girl and young woman has the essentials to live a full life." Zahara's presence at the event, alongside her mother, solidifies her transformation from an adopted child in the spotlight to a young woman driven by purpose, a life no one could have predicted. From an orphan baby in Ethiopia to a poised, independent, and socially conscious young woman, Zahara has forged a remarkable path. Her story is not just about being adopted by a global superstar. It is about self-discovery, resilience, and using her voice for change in a world that once seemed entirely foreign to her. What do you think? Should Zahara reconnect with her biological mother and strengthen her ties to Ethiopia? Share your thoughts.